Support the Patreon.
Oh man, I gotta stop breaking into abandoned love hotels. Oh, it's my dear viewers, my new audience. Well, name's Shinada Tetsuo. And it's finally here, episode 1 of the Shinada Show. And I got these little things I stole from Takasugi. And we're gonna make it work. So, for episode 1 of the Shinada Show, we're gonna talk about my first entry in the mythical, insanely carnal-driven creatures of Japan's nightlife. Beings are mythical, psychological, a bit sexy and dangerous, and horrible creatures all alike. And as a guy's report on the nightlife, I'm still stuck doing that. I, Shinada, am going to give you all the info you need right here, right now. Today's episode is a certain family deep in the underworld. Well, family's putting it loosely, more like a circus of freaks. That is what I'm going to dub the Hangman clan. Oh. So here's how we're going to make it work. I'm going to get this whiteboard and all the markers. We're going to dive into the Hangman family right here, right now. But first things first. Shinada needs his daily tiger bomb fix. Oh yeah, look at that. Oh, home run, baby. Home run. So, I got these after beating Sango Aman all those years ago. So, right now I'm in the Monsieur Lee Hotel at Kamurocho, in the northern side by the hotel district. They still haven't fixed it. But namely the thing is that this was another sighting of Hangman, but not his first. Let me back up a bit, students. If you go back on the western side of Kamurocho, right? There's Theater Square and all that. But the opposite of that is the east, where we get Shrang-ri, a bit further ways away, and that is a decrepit soapland. And that was the first recorded sighting of Hangman by the pseudo-zombified inmates, or should I say residents, of the defunct soapland. And these members of Shangri-La, they said there was a being known as the Hangman who was living down there. It's so cramped in here. See? But that's Shangri-La, and that's where we saw the Hangman. Forgive my beautiful cursive. So you have the Hangman, and he was first found in Shangri-La, where reportedly he attacked my old friend Kiryu-san. I once borrowed one of Kiryu-san's suits a long time ago. Don't tell him. I don't even think he knew what missing. And namely, that was in 2016. So, Hangman, who was he really? What did he start? Why did he even start this horrible trend of perverts attacking people and living among the homeless trying to just get by on their daily lives? And then you have this creature of the night, the Hangman. Well, he doesn't really hang anybody. It's more of a risque term, really, if you know what I mean, if you look at his appearance. But what is he? Was he an ex-wrestler, a luchador, a hitman, an assassin, a deviant, somebody from Italy? Who knows? What I do know is that he's a freak of nature. He just can't get his fix. He can't get enough of it. That's why he lurks in the halls, and it's beautiful in a horrible way. And you just have to be certain that there's some kind of cage, some kind of bar to hold him back. And Hangman's known to have the ability to crawl. Must be related to the Spider-Man from the old Tokusatsu days. Who knows, who knows. And namely, when you have that, you also have this. So this was 2016. Shit. Imagine that's a 2016, right? And then you go there, then we have 2018. Hangman. You see that? See that, students? Hangman. And he came back. And where I am currently, Monsieur Lee. It's still creepy in here. I barely got the lights on. There's drapes everywhere. And when it comes to this, as you can see, That's 2018. And then you get to what I call a more recent sighting. And that was also around 2018 on the castle. Now, I've only heard rumors of this castle led by the Cajun clan, part of, the Yakuza, when the Yakuza were still around in their main form. And they had this pleasure gambling tournament of bloodbath boat, a cargo ship known as the Castle. And in this castle, there's another sighting of some kind of similar species to the Hangman himself. This guy had a more yellow design, and he covered up his cheeks. And he was known as a super guard machine, or super guard fighting machine. Oh, this guy was a defensive combatant. He would help his allies in great battles against the Oni. So this is also 2018. So now if you ask me about the super guard fighting machine, was he more benevolent? I'm inclined to say he was. He helped his buddies in fights after all, and was less of a freak show, lusting in the night. But we're seeing a commonality here between the Hangman. And the Hangman would also be found on the castle. I've heard reports just surfing the internet. Now, the internet I have to use the libraries because I'm broke as hell. But at the internet, I found that Hangman and Super Guard Fighting Machine would actually fight each other in this castle coliseum. It's a horrible sight, quite frankly. How could these two members of the same species be fighting each other, huh? I don't know. But all I know is that it is vicious. And speaking of vicious, there's another commonality I found when I was at the library, searching around. Let me get one more hit of Tiger Balm. Builds to heat up, if you know what I mean. And I found that there's a creature known as the Redman. He dates back before Hangman, technically. And this is in 2006. Yes. Drawing my red arrows for Redman. And as you can see, dear viewer, we have the Redman. And when it comes to the Redman, he was interesting. So this is 2006. And from my understanding, he is a relative of Hangman, but identical in appearance. Maybe he was also some kind of weird luchador, or just a wrestler that went rogue. So, 2006, right? Hangman is related to Redman. And my true hypothesis of why they're related, it's the same damn guy, but he's red. And the thing is that I feel like this Redman is more on the terror side, right? Hangman was relegated to the darkness, the decrepit areas like this area I'm in right now, Monsieur Lee or Shrang-ri, just a few blocks down in Kamurocho. But Hangman would terrorize all of Kamurocho. And according to legend I heard from word of mouth and some drunk homeless guys that I was also drinking with, I mean, sometimes Akiyama invites you to drink and to take him up on it. I just wish he wouldn't give me such horrible challenges to get money out of. But anyway, Redman, he terrorized these streets of Kamurocho, and he was bloody. Not really bloody, but he was a horrible guy. He kept his cheeks out, and he would terrorize the people. I've done some dirty stuff, but I didn't think that a creature like this would exist. And Redman would team up with a bunch of goons, and they're gooning all over the place, gooning everywhere and attacking everything to and fro. As history shows, you can't be a bum, but you gotta beat up some bros. And what would happen is that Redman was eventually defeated by Kiryu-san, and again, and again, and again, on every difficulty, from normal to hard to legend. And I fought the Amons myself, just Sango, and Sango was involved in these bouncer street raids against Sotenbori and Kamurocho. So I believe that for this one case, back in 2006, right, the Amon clan, we're going to make the Amon clan blue in this case. They're actually, they'll be green. The Amon clan was solely responsible for hiring Redman back in 2006. As you can see right here. See? Amon hired Redman who's related to Hangman. And Hangman is somehow related to Superguard Fighting Machine. And it all goes to a decade-long conspiracy of the Amon clan. It all goes back to the Amon clan, in particular that dumbass Sango, hiring Redman. And a decade later, he would morph into Hangman, or at least a piece of his DNA would be scraped off from the bouncer battles, and that piece of Redman would regenerate into Hangman. Doesn't make sense. Now, this Redman, he has no relation to the tokusatsu character Redman, who was, a bit of a murderer himself, but I do think it was deliberate. Maybe the Amons were watching tokusatsu, they were watching Ultraman, and then they were watching a ancillary series known as Redman, and they were so inspired by Redman that they found some kind of crazed ex-wrestler who's lustful. They gave him the powers and they dubbed him Redman, some kind of horrible, horny immortality. And by using Redman, he would terrorize the streets and influence Hangman later on. And we got Superguard Fighting Machine, is one of the better ones. However, I think that by the end of it, he would have them reaching America. Yes, by around 2023-2024, I heard reports just by social media.
And according to legend, I heard that you can find the Hangman himself in Hawaii. If you try some kind of online dating, there's a high chance that Hangman will be posing as a woman just so he can kidnap you. What a horrible, horrible creature.
Again, in the library, I was in the library, public library, I learned that 2 new individuals of the Hangman or Redman creatures were found in the Anaconda Mall. You might know it, but not just the Anaconda Mall. Its dark counterpart in District 5. Partly run by the Barracudas. And the thing is that this version of the Hangman splintered off into 2 more individuals, known as
Hitman Gordon and Hitman Hall.
Now these 2 guys, they're, one's a lighter red and one's a much more like almost teal blue. So I don't know if you can see my mathematician ability, but here we are. Alright? Got the Hangmen from Hawaii, the 2 fighters working with a guy who looks similar to a creature known as Papa Jones, and they are all just teaming up, beating up just doing horrible things to people unsuspecting in the District 5 version of Anaconda Mall. They'd be fighting on like a fashion show boardwalk thing. It's deep underground. So, in total we have these 2 guys from Hawaii, right? The other 2 Hangman spin-offs. That's 1, 2. We have Super Fighting Machine right here, seen in the castle. We have Redman, who was seen a decade earlier, about 2 decades earlier at that point, in 2006, attacking in the streets of Japan. Horrible guy. And then you have the original Hangman himself. A weird creature, looks like a luchador, beast of the night. And he's horrible. And he's out there. And so we have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 creatures in total, dubbing them the Hangman clan. Hang on guys, I think there's somebody at the door. Who's knocking? Let me see who this is.
No. Don't you tickle me. Get away, you freak. I think I lost him. Hey, taxi, stop, pick me up, take me anywhere but here. Keep going, taxi. Oh look, a Patreon. Keep going. What the hell? You took me back to Kamurocho? What happened here?
It's my tiger bomb. Oh, Hangman took my tiger bomb, guys. But at least I got my cheap ass camera. We can continue and wrap up this episode. So, God, I don't know what I'm laying on, some kind of tarp. Okay. Alright, the whole Hangman clan is coming after me. I think I don't have much time left. But hey, that's alright. It's me, Shinada. I can handle myself. I'll give them a meteor strike up their ass and some. And make some money while doing it, huh? I'm so sweaty. That's what you get when you're on the run, trying to get the perfect bit of journalism. And what I do is journalism. It's a special kind, like the freaks of the nightlife. And so, the Hangman family, we have 5 individuals spanning potentially 20 years of a heretic lifestyle, deep in the underground, venturing upwards to attack you when you're not expecting it. And that's just life sometimes, it's unexpected. While I may have outrun the Hangmen temporarily now, I gotta say, it's important that you check out this channel's Patreon, that you like and subscribe, and comment down below what more you want out of the Shinada Show. There's 2 more episodes coming, one in November and one in December for Season 1. Please stay tuned. Oh, but episode's not done yet. Not quite. Now, I want to go over some horror that I've seen today. And I gotta say, Hangman is very, very real. They're not just some kind of urban legend. No, it's a whole clan of psychopaths out there. But you can stay resilient, because guys like me won't take them on. Just give me a platinum plate or something, even a gold one. Just anything like that. A good reward will suffice. And if I've learned any training from my buddy Leo, the aristocrat, I think I'm in good hands. Alright, I'm gonna now run the Hangman, go grab a beer of Leo, and I'll see you in the next one. Shinada out.